All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, if you're a fan of the New York Jets, you clearly really shouldn't be thrilled about the fact that your favorite football team lost their season opener last night to the San Francisco 49ers. As plain and simple, if you're a Jets fan, and of course, if you're the Jets, there's room for improvement. Now, during the Robert Saleh era as Jets head coach, this team's bread and butter has been their rock solid defense. But last night in the Jets 32-19 loss to the Niners, nobody, and I mean nobody had it on their bingo cards that undrafted rookie running back Jordan Mason was going to be the catalyst for this San Francisco offense. The Jets never had an answer for Mason last night as he gained 147 yards on the ground on 28 carries. And as a team, San Francisco rushed for 180 yards on the ground, and they did this without the services of Pro Bowl running back Christian McCaffrey. Now, overall, the 49ers did whatever they wanted to do on offense last night as they basically scored almost time they had the football. I mean, the Jets really only possessed the football last night for about 21 minutes as this game was dominated by San Francisco's offense. But when you think about it, who knows more about a Robert Saleh defense than San Francisco 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan? Why? Because once upon a time, Shanahan hired Robert Saleh to be his defensive coordinator. You look at the Jets overall, okay, was not a stellar effort. Okay. You look at the offensive play, and of course, it starts with veteran quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Did he play well last night in his de facto debut for the Jets? Absolutely not. But if you're the Jets or if you're a Jets fan, I hate to say this, but you probably take it due to the fact that, well, we know what happened last year, the first and only time that Rodgers took the field for the Jets. And of course, it wasn't pretty as it only lasted 4 plays before his season was over. So if you're a Jets fan, you could clearly say, well, at least A-Rod got through one game of the season so far for us here in 2024. But nonetheless, you could see there was rust in Rodgers' game. The timing was also off. And that's something that's going to come. He was 13 to 21 passing for a buck 67, one TD, one costly interception, and he was sacked once. But like I said, the timing simply was not there. There are already some who are pushing the panic button and want to say, well, Aaron Rodgers is finished. Do not put me in that category. I'll tell you like this. If you have followed Aaron Rodgers' Hall of Fame career, you know that some of his teams with the Green Bay Packers were notorious slow starters, but they picked it up as the season progressed. And of course, if you're the Jets, you got a tough draw right out of the gate. You're talking about taking on the defending NFC champions on their home field on a Monday night. Clearly, the Jets went out there to win, but nonetheless, that is still a very tough draw. Of course, everybody else in the AFC won this week. So Buffalo beat Arizona, New England surprising upset win over Cincinnati, and then of course Miami with their come from behind win over Jacksonville. So now the Jets are looking up at everybody in the standings, but guess what? It's only one game. You still got 6 games within your division, and clearly, there's plenty of football left. You know that some in the New York media, they're ready to push the panic button. And, there are probably going to be some fans like that too. Why? Because if you're a Jet fan, okay, you've been frustrated for quite some time. The Jets have the longest current playoff drought going in the National Football League. You've got to go back to the 2010 AFC Championship game to find the last time that the Jets were in the playoffs. And to give you an idea of that, Mark Sanchez was the starting quarterback for the Jets. Ben Roethlisberger was the starting quarterback for the Steelers. Mike Tomlin was still the head coach of the Steelers, but you had Hall of Fame players such as Troy Polamalu on the field that day for Pittsburgh. That just gives you an idea of how long ago that was. But nonetheless, if you're a Jets fan, that's a long time. okay, as far as not seeing your team get to the postseason. The Jets have put together some winning records here and there, but they've been few and far between. And you want to see your team win, especially now that they have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. But I'll tell you like this, if you're looking at the Jets, they do have a stretch in front of them that's going to give them the opportunity to get back on track. They're going to be favored on the road this Sunday in Nashville against the Tennessee Titans. And I'll tell you like this, from what we saw this past Sunday from the Titans, their offense is nowhere near to being as good as what we saw from San Francisco last night. So that should be an opportunity for the Jets to get back on track. After that, they have their home opener next Thursday night against the New England Patriots. They're home for Denver. They have a neutral game over in Europe with the Vikings, and then they're home for the Buffalo Bills on Monday night. So there's an opportunity right there for the Jets to get back on track and also get some traction within the division. But as a whole, the Jets got to play better because, again, Aaron Rodgers aside, the Jets' strength, their bread and butter is and will be their defense. And they got gashed last night, 180 yards, 180 physical yards. That means you got beat at the line of scrimmage. Okay. So that's something that I do think will change for the Jets. And like I said, this offense, they're going to improve as the season goes along. Now, several years ago, when Aaron Rodgers was still with the Packers, he had that infamous press conference where he told the media then to simply relax, relax. Now, should the folks in the New York and New Jersey area do the same? Absolutely. But uh, it's easier said than done. Like I said, I think we're going to be having a different conversation about the Jets come November and December. I think they're going to get into a groove, provided that Aaron Rodgers is healthy. I think things are going to come together for this team, in my opinion, in order for them to be a playoff team. There's a lot on the line for a lot of people within this organization. And again, one game, yes, but that was a huge litmus test, if you will, for the Jets last night. It was a huge reality check, and they have to simply get back to the basics. A lot of talent on this team. You have some talented running back position with the likes of Brees Hall and the rookie Braylon Allen. You have talent at the wide receiver position with Garrett Wilson. The Jets have gone out during the offseason to beef up the offensive line. I know Hassan Reddick is not there, but the Jets just have to go forward and just do things accordingly. But still, there's a lot of talent on this defense. So, like I said, reality check for the Jets last night. They simply got punched in the mouth by a good team that is once again going to be in contention for the Super Bowl. The Jets can't afford to take their foot off of the throttle this Sunday in Nashville against the Titans. They got to go out there and take care of their business as they look to avoid going 0-2. I think they will. I think they'll get on track. And eventually, probably 2 months from now, we're probably not even having this same type of conversation. We're probably going to be talking about the Jets, in my opinion, in a better light. But nonetheless, wake up call for the Jets last night. Let's see how they respond against Tennessee. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank all of you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. Now, I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on the X, formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I'm signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.